Before we dive in, if you love real, raw stories about love, betrayal, and heartbreak, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave your thoughts in the comments. I really want to hear how you'd react in a situation like this. It all started with a text, a single meaningless looking message that, in hindsight, carried the weight of everything I'd been blind to. I was scrolling through my phone after a long day, thinking about how lucky I was to have her. Then it appeared. You'd never know if I cheated, and maybe that's the point. I froze. My fingers trembled over the screen. Who sends a message like that? Why would she even joke about something so devastating? I tried to convince myself it was a joke, something sarcastic after a silly argument, but the gut-twisting feeling in my chest said otherwise. For weeks before that moment, little things had made me uneasy. She'd disappear for hours without explanation, her phone screen angled just so whenever I walked in the room. Calls from unknown numbers she claimed were work-related, but the pattern made me suspicious. I caught glimpses of her giggling at messages and quickly locking her phone. At first, I blamed my imagination. I told myself I was overreacting, that trust was supposed to be blind. But the unease grew, nagging at me in quiet moments, while making dinner, while sitting on the couch, while brushing my teeth in the bathroom. One night, I stayed up, pretending to sleep, just to see if her suspicious habits held any truth. She came in quietly, whispering into her phone. "No, I'll see you later, okay?" Her smile was soft, the kind that once made my chest tighten with love. But that night, it felt different, almost triumphant, like a secret victory. I tried to dismiss it, but the tension became unbearable. I couldn't confront her without evidence. I didn't want to be the paranoid husband who accused his wife unfairly. So I watched. I listened. I remembered. Every time she said she loved me. Every time she held my hand. Every time we laughed at some inside joke. A small, growing seed of doubt shadowed the memory. Then came the moment I'd been dreading. Her phone buzzed while she took a shower. I tried to look away, to respect her privacy. But curiosity, call it survival instinct, won. I saw her messages flash on the screen. Names I didn't recognize, emojis I didn't understand, words that made my stomach twist. I didn't need to read every word to know. The way she wrote, the way she laughed through text, it wasn't me. I confronted her later that night. She looked at me with those eyes I once trusted implicitly and said, "You'd never know if I cheated." Her tone was flat, almost teasing, but my heart broke a little more with each syllable. I didn't scream. I didn't beg. I just stared at her, the quiet room amplifying every sound. The tick of the clock, the hum of the refrigerator, the soft drip of water from the shower I'd left running. I wanted to hate her, to punch walls, to erase the memory of her smile. But what I felt most was the slow, crushing realization that I'd been living next to a stranger disguised as the woman I loved. She tried to justify it. "It wasn't real," she said. "I didn't mean to hurt you." But what I felt was real. Every sleepless night, every pang of betrayal, every memory that now felt like a lie. I thought about the nights we stayed up talking about our future, about the mornings we drank coffee together while planning trips we'd never take. Were those just scenes in someone else's play? The weeks after were a blur of emotions. I questioned myself constantly. Was I not enough? Did I miss signs because I didn't care enough? I mourned the person I thought I knew. The trust that had been effortless before now felt impossible to rebuild. Every knock on the door, every phone buzz, every casual smile from strangers became a potential threat. Yet, in the midst of heartbreak, something shifted. I realized that love should not hurt like this. Respect should not be conditional. And sometimes, walking away is the strongest act of love you can give yourself. I packed my things one quiet evening while she was out. No confrontation, no last-minute pleas. Just the slow, deliberate act of reclaiming my life. When she returned, she found the apartment empty. Her phone buzzed. I had sent one message, I saw. "I know. Goodbye." She called, begged, cried, tried to explain, but I couldn't hear her. I wouldn't hear her. My ears were full of the silence I had longed for, the space to breathe without suspicion, without betrayal. That night, alone, I felt the sting of heartbreak, Yes, but also the first taste of liberation. In the end, the hardest lesson was this. Sometimes the person you love most can be the one who teaches you the value of yourself the hardest. Betrayal doesn't just break trust, it forces clarity. It forces reflection. It forces growth. And while I will always remember her smile, how it once lit up rooms and then concealed the deepest deceit, I will also remember the strength it gave me. The strength to walk away, to set boundaries, to finally put myself first. If you've ever felt the sharp sting of betrayal, know this. Your pain is valid, your feelings are real, and your recovery is possible. Life goes on, and so do you.